Look at this bone structure. Look at this man.
Wendy, give me the bat.
He just said that so that we would all just pray. Oh, you're so handsome.
You
what
got
are you talking
these. You don't want to be big
about?
box store handsome
I'm
like
not
me.
gonna hurt
She's
you.
like,
Hey everyone, it's Steve Weintraub with Collider. I'm here at San Diego Comic-Con 2026 with the cast of Grimm. How are you guys doing?
Great.
fantastic.
Having fun.
I just want you to know I had the advance memo that the couch was going to be green, so I planned my outfit accordingly. So I would just blend in.
You're welcome. I have so many things to talk about. I'm just going to say sorry about the green couch. Or maybe it is good that it's the green couch.
I love it.
Right. So I have a million questions for you guys, but what I've been doing with all the interviews down here is I'm starting off with get to know your cast member, get to know your Grimm cast member. So, and we're not going to do all these questions, don't worry, but I do have 49 questions.
Wow.
And for
Okay.
each of you, you're just going to pick a number and we will start right here. Please pick 1 to 49 and that's the question you get.
37.
A
What's prime number made of 2 prime numbers, as far as I can tell.
Get to know Silas.
That's the answer.
Right. What is a talent you admire in other actors that you wish you had?
probably being present, right?
I was actually, that's so funny. You
I'm teasing.
I was actually thinking presence, but I was like, no, I have that. So,
And then you heard David pipe in.
that's a tough one, man. I would say matinee idol good looks.
Okay.
Buddy, you ain't
I don't really
doing too
want
bad.
it, but I'm going to say that anyway.
I-
That's an inauthentic response.
If that were the case, you wouldn't have been working. No.
That's my story, and
Look,
I'm
you know
sticking
what-
to
Well,
it.
I mean,
What's really funny is if you've gone to a casting session, you have seen a lot of very attractive people, and a lot of them are not getting,
You gotta have an interesting look.
Look at this bone structure. Look at this
Yeah.
man.
Wendy, give me the bat.
he just said that so that we would all just pray. Oh, you're so handsome.
You
what
got
are you
these.
talking
Look, you don't want to be big
about?
box store handsome
I'm
like
not
me.
gonna hurt
She's
you.
like, there's thousands of me out there right now.
Big box.
You got a special little twist.
I got tons of questions. Let's
Okay.
go to
21.
21. What do audiences misunderstand most about your job?
That we're just all hanging out on the beach, just like drinking daiquiris.
We do that too.
We also do that. No, being a working actor, I think you're playing the long game, and I think if you get into it thinking you're going to get famous and always work right away, that's very short-sighted. Some people that happens to, and that's great. But I think that it's a lot of work, a lot of rejection. For
Yeah.
a few wins, you have for a few yeses, you have a lot of no's. So
And can I add, I think people don't understand that this is a blue collar job. Being an actor is a blue collar job. When you show up every day to punch in, punch out, that's blue collar work. We don't sit at home. We have to get up early in the morning and go to work. It's a blue collar job.
It's work.
Agreed, but we also get paid a lot more than the crew. So I always am like, whenever, and I learned this from David, who is an amazing #1 on Grimm. You cannot complain because the crew, they're there before you, they're there after. We go home and they get paid a lot less and they work their asses off. Otherwise, I do agree with you. But the other thing I was going to say that everyone always says, it's like you act for free. We get paid to wait. There's so much waiting on sets, waiting for them to light, waiting for,
Was it Orson
yeah.
Welles or Robert Mitchum who said that?
I feel like a lot of
It's
people
one of
have
those
said that.
too, I feel
yeah.
like.
Tom Hanks.
Maybe everybody, because it's
Everybody
true.
said it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So please pick a number 1 to 49.
14.
What's something people always get wrong about you?
About me?
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that people sort of make the assumption based on my nickname being Bitsy and part of my background and that I went to Harvard, that I'm very like blue blood, very upper class and all this stuff. And that's not true. So I may present a certain way, but all of the, nobody in my family had ever gone to an Ivy League before me. I did grow up overseas, but it was just because of my dad's job. It wasn't because he was like, the president of some huge insurance. So that would be something that I think people have a tendency to make an assumption about me when they first meet me.
These are some provocative questions.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I do have questions specifically about Grimm, and we're about to get to them. But I do like doing this because you do a lot of interviews, and I'd like to ask some stuff that other people are not asking.
Oh,
Much
Okay,
appreciated.
great.
No
Much
joke.
appreciated.
That's
Seriously.
We're
We're stoked.
Let's get
We're
in.
like,
Let's get
deep.
deep. Let's dim the lights. Let's do this.
Can't wait for Reggie.
Turn the lights down low.
Someone give me a
Okay.
cigarette. Let's do this.
Please.
Everett Lebbies.
40, please.
Number 40. What's something you're currently obsessed with?
My dogs.
Mhm.
First time in my life I've had dogs, believe it or not. And now
How
we've
many
got
dogs
two.
do you have?
Two now.
Okay.
Both mini Bernedoodles. So they're about, so a mix of Bernese Mountain Dog. I can get into this. I have so many photos. I'm that person now. I'm that person. But yeah, no, it's I don't have kids, so I have dogs, and they're my entire life. Completely obsessed with them, love them, and can't imagine my life without dogs anymore.
I have cats. And
I've also had cats.
Yeah, but I don't mean to put myself in this. Please pick a number.
Oh, my birth date is the 15th. 15.
What does success mean to you now versus when you first started acting?
Oh, we were just talking about this. Success to me now is really just having the opportunity to work and make a living. I think that when I got into the business, I thought, I'm going to be a star one day and I'm going to be the next whomever, whatever. And you sort of chase that dream. And then life has a way of just sort of leveling out and humbling you. And at the end of the day, you just want to work, apply your craft, and take care of your basic critical needs. And so now I realize that my job is to make sure that my wife and kids have a smile on their face. And as long as I can do that, that is success.
Oh, Denise.
Love it. Love it.
Sure. Take me to 46, please.
46. I think it's for this show.
Yeah.
What's the moment during filming where everyone realized, okay, this might actually be really good?
Oh, wow. For me, I was a terrified little boy, and I think the joy was getting to watch the people who are populating this room with me carry me through probably season 1 of the show. Some of the most talented actors, truly. The success of the show is due to these personalities and their chops. So I got to be in all these scenes with them and be like, oh, we got something here. Maybe other people don't know it yet, but I'm watching each person here throw colors around and make.
Can I ask a follow-up?
Yeah.
What was something that you learned watching all these great performers work that you're like, I need to start doing this?
It's about being your own personality. You don't really perform for the camera. You just behave. I was next to Hornsby constantly, and he's classically trained, and he has all these gears, and he's just like, it's about behavior. That was a real lesson for me. Yeah.
Okay. Please pick a number.
Nice. Number 8, please.
Do you say 8?
8.
If you
Uh-oh.
if you could have a song play when you enter a room, what would it be?
This is perfect for you.
I would like to have the rest of the cast pick the song, actually, for me.
The Rocky theme song.
Rocky, I'm Too Sexy. I mean, that right said Fred.
Why is it always
Yeah. I have no idea. Or some sad Sarah McLachlan tune, or who knows. But no,
There was the song
Which
you
one?
had it playing in the trailer every time you were in the trailer
What
for a
song
whole
was that?
season. It was that what was that?
Weren't you like lifting weights or pumping or something?
it sounds like me. I'd say Saturday Night Fever, probably. Yeah. Yeah.
That was a perfect question for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I aim to please.
You guys
That's the
answered that
universe, by the way, channeling.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, Vic,
Um,
what was that? Vic.
Oh, yeah. Blurred Lines.
Yeah. Blurred
Oh, Blurred
Lines.
Lines.
So-
he had Blurred Lines
Blurred
playing
Lines.
in the when it was popular back
Sure.
a long
Yeah.
time ago.
What, were you dancing to it all the time?
Dude,
I would-
of course.
He was a dance party every time.
course, it was
Sasha
always
in
a
the
dance
makeup,
party.
the
Human
hair
dance
makeup
party.
trailer.
So it was, I believe it's been 15 years anniversary since you guys did Comic-Con, Hall
Yeah.
H. What is it actually like being back here 15 years later? And what do you think it is about this show that has resonated with people and kept people talking about it, this whole time?
One of the things I've always said is that this is not one of these shows, and why it was so big internationally, which was really crucial to our success and staying and having as long of a run as we did and doing 123 episodes. People are familiar with the Grimm fairy tales all around the world. So it's not like one of these shows that kind of gets lost in translation. And we did them from all around the world. And Reggie got to speak Tagalog. I got to speak Spanish and when we did La Llorona. So it was kind of bringing in these fairy tales that a lot of people are familiar with. And then, just the world they created and the lore was so spectacular and so special. And also at that time, I mean, there was a desire for that. I mean, it was like True Blood and Once Upon a Time premiered the same fall we did. So there was an interest in fairy tales and, spooky stuff. And yeah, David.
Yeah, I mean, we stole folklore from every country. And everybody was excited to see their story being told. And good and bad is a universal thing. You don't have to understand the ins and outs of a particular culture. That is a universal piece of myth. So, we exported nicely.
It's very American. Yeah.
I also feel like, and this has come up a lot because we do conventions around the country.
What?
And we do. Shocking. But the thing that always strikes me is, I'd be curious if Grimm premiered now, if it would hit the same, because I do feel like it was a different time when the show premiered in 2011, where there was a culture of watching television weekly, where you would tune into a network live on a certain night. And I think that the cross-generational aspects of our show, that from little kids to their grandparents to their parents and aunts and uncles coming together, I really feel that that's a very strong part of just the momentum we have. I mean, now we're popular on streaming and we're getting new fans still to this day, but I think the foundation of the show is a very timeless television experience.
I also want to throw in the word archetype, because I think archetypes, psychological forms, are also universal and transcultural. And this show worked in a field that operates deeply in terms of like psychological types. And I think that's kind of an evergreen field to work in. It's not it's very grounded, but also deeper than just the surface level story.
I think to that too. It's just that everyone has their own lane. If you're talking archetypes, which I think the majority of the population relates to some lane, but also we got along off camera as well as on.
Yeah, there's
that
chemistry.
made the chemistry a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Once you got on, there was an ease, there was a love for each other, there was a respect for each other. So there's that.
I definitely have to ask, and I know you've probably been asked this before, and I apologize, but like, if NBC called tomorrow and said, we're going to do like some 2-hour or 4-hour catch up, if you will, with where the characters are now, like in your mind, where are the characters now?
10, 15 years on?
Yeah, like, like 10 years on, I guess, or maybe it's 9 years on.
Silas, you had a good answer about
Well,
yours.
my answer to that was back in rehab.
I said no.
Yeah, exactly. No, I had this vision of that Monroe lost his way completely and just went back to kind of ravening, wilding, and lived in a tree and then had to be kind of pulled, like re-domesticated. So I think it would be interesting to pick up Monroe's story when he's kind of in like a halfway.
Rosalie's just like,
like in a halfway house, kind of finding his way back to civilized society. Bloodstains notwithstanding.
it's fine. I'm home with the triplets. That's fine. Everything's fine. Get your act together.
Yeah, we like the idea of a revival and not a reboot. Kind of revisiting all of us 15 years, or I guess 7 years since the end.
That's
of
the
the show.
thing. Like, I don't think fans want a reboot. I think they just like a lot of things now are like catching up years later. Yeah. You know what I mean? You even look at like Malcolm in the Middle, or like I could keep going. You know what I mean?
Scrubs currently.
Yeah, we decided today we're not using the word reboot anymore. We're gonna first we were saying continuation, and then we're like revival.
Yeah,
That's where we're
revival.
going.
That is the proper word.
Yes.
That's a good word.
I think we'd all be we should be so lucky.
Who said that in the other He said
Oh, I
revival.
think it might have. Was it you?
I can't remember.
I think it might have been you.
Oh, whoever
David.
said it, it was like a really.
Really good. It's a really good
so
word.
You cheated on Collider? This is outrageous. So one of the things I definitely want to touch on is you were making television back when 22 episode seasons were like the norm. And a lot of people just don't realize how difficult making 22 episodes of a season is. It is, even 8 episodes is tough, or 10 episodes is tough, but 22 is a machine that never slows down. And so if you could sort of like talk a little bit about what that was like, because except for like, like CSI or like a procedural, you know what I mean? Like they're not doing
I want
that.
David to answer this, but before he does, I want to toot his own horn.
Thank you.
Wait,
I have a horn.
that sounded
This
sexual.
one right here in front of everyone.
Where's
He
Gabriel?
did not even have a day off of filming and we were shooting 22 episodes a season until like halfway through season 3. He worked every day. He was in almost every single scene. He did not have a break, and he never complained. And I've never heard about, I mean, even the, Superman and Lois, your series leads, we had days off. David didn't have a day off. Never.
That's the Midwest in him. Good
There
job.
you go.
Good job. Good
Parents would
job.
be proud.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think that to your point about the 22 episodes, that speaks to the whole, what I was saying about the blue collar aspect of everything, about showing up every day, day after day, tired, fatigued, whatever. And like Bitsy said, like he was there with the crew day in, day out. That you're punching the clock at some point. The glamour of it is just kind of gone. It's a job now. And when you have friends come visit, it really, like, the first hour is great. They go to craft service, you know what I mean? They might get there like right before lunch or whatever like that. Literally like 2 hours, 2.5 hours in, they're looking around like this is it? Yeah. Like, you guys actually work? Yeah, this is the job. And everybody's bored, and by hour 2.5, they're gone.
And look, it's imperative that every department does their thing, because like you said, it's a machine, right? So the writers have to deliver, and the crew has to be there, and we have to show up prepared. And even for us, we talk about it. You can't over prepare, because storylines change, things get approved or things get rejected, and then you have to pivot. And so it's imperative that everybody shows up prepared. Everybody's ready to pivot if need be. It really is.
I
Like,
wanna go back to 22
I want to say
episodes.
one thing. Let's not forget that between seasons 1 and 2, there was about a 6-week break.
Yeah.
So we did 44 episodes in the span of what, guys? Like 13 months or so. Like we did basically 2 seasons back to back.
Right.
So that just adds to the load when you get to the end of the second year. Wow, that's been a long haul, especially for the writers and the crew. Just brutal.
There was a note from
Threw in a
NBC
baby
once.
that, just threw a baby.
Throwing
And it was
having
like
a baby.
It was
exactly.
like David's looking tired.
David
just
never
like,
complained,
David
but
is tired.
Like ballparky. Weren't
but you would hide.
Ballparky, like they were like, because you got the trainer, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
it was like tired and a little plump.
Oh yeah. That's true.
I was going to say, I'd
got me a
love to go
trainer.
back to the 22 episode model, just because I feel like fans really love binging stuff. And if you're going to binge a 6 to 8 episode series, you could do it in a day. And then you're not really like savoring it as much. You don't get to grow with the characters as much. And so I loved the longer format for, because I'll get into a show and I'm like, oh, that's it? We're
The way
done?
things are going, they'll
That's it?
shoot them in a day too.
So I feel very lucky that we got to do that, because it was one of the last, there's very few shows that still, you guys did it on A Million Little Things, but a rarity.
Yeah, no, the business has completely changed. And anyway, but listen, I could keep going, but the fact is, I've been given the hook. I'm out of time. So I'm just going to say, I really appreciate you guys coming in. Congrats on celebrating your 15th anniversary at Comic-Con. And I hope you get to walk the floor at least a little bit and take home something or buy something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I hope you have some fun here. And look for more interviews on Collider soon.
Thanks,
Thank
dude.
you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, Collider.